These women want always more. If you ever thought in your life, damn, this lighting setup I did right now has the softest light I ever did in my life. Trust me, it's not enough. It's never enough for them. If you ever shot a music video in your life with a female artist, you probably noticed your work flow is a bit different, because our job as a cinematographer is to make these ladies look good, and they really want this nice and soft light. No shadows, no wrinkles, nothing, just a nice clean face. Today we look at a Korean music video where they put this philosophy to the extreme, and after watching this video you should be able to shoot something like this. This is the first shot we're looking at, and as you can see, we start with the shot where this light is not as soft. We go slowly softer and softer for a shot. First of all, really cool image. We have this ravens falling down in the sky. We have our actress in the center frame, so the composition is really nice. There's also a trend going on where people say never do your horizon on the middle. Do your horizon on the lower third or the upper third. This gives a more dramatic or interesting look. Here they're going for the lower, and there's a reason for it, because now we have a lot of clean space in the sky where there's room for our ravens to fall down, and we see a lot more. It looks much more painterly. So this is a trick where when you notice often your horizon is in the center of the frame, try to tilt the camera up or down and try to think about, okay, which of these two methods would improve the story and the image I'm trying to create. When you're shooting at this time of the day, close to blue hour, somewhere after sunset, you get a nice bluish tint across your whole image when you're on a normal daylight white balance, and that's what they're going for. Hello? And now the trick that they've done here is they put a warm soft light, put in the space we have, an 8x8, 6x6, and just on this time of day, 1200D or 600D bicolor, set it to a warm tone and blast it onto your actor. This simulates a setting sun and gives us a little more punch on our actor, so that we have a nicer texture on her and also a little bit of color contrast. You can see we have this cool tint in the shadows and this warmer skin tones, so that we have not overall just a blue image. Now she is the sun in the dark, you could say. Normally you would record her, do an orbit, record a clean plate without her for the VFX artist, but nowadays most of you would probably try to throw this footage into Runaway or Higgs field AI and just type in falling ravens. But I think it's really shows also the flexibility still on VFX. I think this would really difficult to describe to an AI. Maybe with Banana Pro and a lot of work around it you can manage it, but this is a very specific shot where I think a VFX artist has still a better sense of creating a nicer image. At this shot we have a nice top shot. Think more about where to place your camera. Most people work just in their arm reach for low shots, medium, high shots. Try to implement into your workflow, okay, the room is big, I can put the camera in the corner, I can make a top shot. Be more flexible with your framing, because now we get this interesting perspective that really shows the bad mood of the actor. The feeling is depressing, we're looking down on her. But also we got this nice double framing with the bathtub that creates leading lines that we even look more at the scenery. We have here a lot of dirt, Coca-Cola and sweets that shows her bad behavior in the scenery. And a scene like this really works just with the right color temperature and grading. Not even the lighting here is pretty even, it's probably still somewhere on top, giving a top light. Normally when I switch to a top shot, I would light more from the side to get a little bit of contrast, but the shots looks really even. And we still got depth because color grading exists. We would put exactly this power mask and darken the corners, lift this scenery a little bit up, and we still get a nice viewing light direction without doing a crazy lighting setup. Here from a different angle you can clearly see the light is coming from here. It's a really soft source, we get a nice ambient, and just after putting this light, when we have the wide shot, we can create really detailed depth. So back again in DaVinci, put our power mask around here and just darken the corners a lot so that our eyes are still focusing on the scenery. I would even black out more this area, but maybe in motion it wouldn't be that prominent. Now we're looking at a close-up, and as you can see, damn, here is not much contrast at all. So there's several ways you can do it. First of all, big light source, really soft, really straightforward. They want really this beauty dish-like feeling where the light is coming from top, from front, but don't just use some light. Source has to be bigger, the light has to be bounced or double diffused, so we get this nice roll off with no shadows. Female artists really hate no shadows that make them feel older or not pretty, so try to remove this no shadow. But the step before is also makeup. Because of flat lighting, the contours of the face will disappear, so music video makeup is a lot more prominent and extremer, that it's more visible for the camera. Next thing is beauty retouch. So in DaVinci you probably already see some tools that can do it. They not only soften the skin a lot, you can also lift more shadows. There's the option where you can lift this part, the lips and everything around that to make the shot and the face more flat. But you have to really take control because it starts really fast to look unnatural. I mean, in K-pop videos they go for an unnatural look, but I mean more it looks really graded. You don't want to make it look graded. It can look unnatural, but it should not look graded or corrected, because we want to keep the illusion that all of our artists look perfect. But what if we don't want to make our artists look perfect? In this scenery we have this greenish color, this really hard bright light, which also a form of beauty. Without the green light you can hard light and make it beauty when all other things around it are perfect for it in your really photo shoot like location, and the skin of the actor is actually really good. But you always have to think about it. Sure, everything has to look pretty, but some moments when the music video has a story, your character has to look broken. So not just think about, okay, everything has to look good. When something is looking bad, it could be the better look. Because, now I away from this beauty-ish fantasy feeling, this is some serious situation, the character feels more broken with this hard lights and the extreme bright light that's really burning into his skin. As you can see here, it's really clipping. So try to make a nice combination out of, okay, we have beauty moments, but also moments that embrace the story. Here's the medium version from it, where you have this nice pinkish light and very cool urban scenery. That's a color combo that's really often in modern music videos with a lot of lifestyle scenery. This pinkish light really gives this feeling of, okay, young, fashion, explosive, and they make the background cooler just to make that more complementary. But also here we have a very soft light, not much no shadows, but it still feels like a darker, more serious scenery. And my soft light to go, I mean, you can see it in the background. They have here two light sources that are probably F22s or something like that. But my light source to go is always something with a lantern on it. Aperture 300D with a lantern, you can really put fast and creamy soft light around the face at a really nice roll off. Here in this animation you can also see the beauty light with hard light, because it's really still frontal, it's really bright light really smoothens the skin, and because of the positioning, the look, the makeup, it still feels like beauty, even though the light isn't beauty at all. And also a nice touch, I think, is always try to overexpose things. Not only think about, okay, your skin tones have to be on this level, and the whites should be white, blacks should be black. No, experience, go here for this hard contrast look. No background at all. We just want to see the dancer. Everyone would wear white, and then we'd blast a big light source on them with hard lights, long shadows, and put a 1.5 Pro Mist filter in there. On paper, that doesn't sound right, but on practice, you have really cool look. So if you enjoyed the video, I really would appreciate a subscription from you. My name is Mark Bagnoli, and we'll see you next time.